was like, this eyeliner I got, yo, I don't know what I did. Just killing some time. Everybody gets in here and gets situated. I keep getting this e.l.f. eyeliner for years. I had a Wet n Wild one. Eyeliner is one thing I don't splurge on, and I don't know if I got like a non-waterproof one or something, but it doesn't seem to be the e.l.f. one that I had, and it's hard to find. So there was one left at the Walmart the other day, and welcome everybody, welcome. Welcome. I kick off my shoes, relax. Let me slow down and stop singing before. Welcome everybody. Take off the old slips here. Welcome y'all, welcome. Great to see everybody. Yeah, I was just saying I got this eyeliner and it's e.l.f. And I always use it, and I don't know if I got the wrong one. Maybe the one I used to use is waterproof. I'm just talking, y'all, while everybody gets in here. Oh, I got a pinched nerve in my back, y'all. It has been heckling Wells. So if you see me moving around and kind of, I'm in a good mood, but I'm hurting. I'm not going to lie to you. I can feel it here, and I can feel it here. I might have to go to the hospital. It'll like stop me dead in my tracks. So if I'm talking, by the way, and I kind of jolt, I feel it a lot. Welcome everybody. So, I just thought that scratch the stream tonight. Anybody up for a little, welcome? Right? Thank you, Spooky. I almost made a fool out of myself the other night. People were watching Love Notes for TLC is back, Leticia. And there was a really cute girl, and I thought it was you, and they had the name Spooky, and I kept looking and looking at the little thumbnail, because it's hard to see sometimes thumbnail, and I was like, I don't think that's her. I don't think she changed her name. I was like, but yeah, I wasn't for sure if it was you. I was like, I don't think she just cut it down to Spooky. Anyways, welcome everybody, and yeah, Angela, I'm hurting, so I can, man, the weather's been kind of nice off and on, other than pouring rain the other day, but I had a piece of dead tree, me and trees, no matter where I go, I accumulate them, so we got this big piece of tree that needs hacked up. It's dead and like petrified, and I wanted to get rid of it. It was kind of pretty looking, to be honest with you. We're going to get into it, guys. I'm just kind of cutting time where everybody gets in here, so I don't have to repeat myself. But it almost like looked petrified. But the problem is parts of it were hollowed out. And I thought, what an incredible place for snakes to hide, skunks. My dogs love to wander around, so I thought this thing could be a liability. It's very neat. I mean, it was almost petrified, you guys. It was really cool looking, but it was a danger zone for the dogs. As soon as I went to do my thumbnail, my hair fell, so don't mind her tonight. She's just doing life. I think I'm gonna have to go. I keep putting it off, and it's like something over here will like stop me dead in my tracks, and then up here is just like I said, y'all. I'm in a great mood tonight, but I'm kind of hurting. I'm not gonna lie. Check out my thumbnail if you get bored. I've been doing these. I showed it before. I've been doing these like kind of mock Chipotle bowl type deal situations. And just for our girl, I showed what a filling portion of rice could be. So, all right, y'all, let's get into it and let's talk about what we got going on, what's going on, what we're drinking. And yeah, this is just kind of is what it is. So we're just going to rock with it. So welcome everybody here, welcome everybody chilling, welcome everybody stream, the background, the replay, and yes. So quick bout where we're going to get into our drink, and then we have something cool coming up. We're not going to do it tonight because I kind of lost track of time, messing with the yard, like I said, cooking dinner, all that fun stuff, dogs, etc. So, oh wow, my drink is settling. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, guys. I know that's annoying. Welcome, everybody. I know that's the ice clanking around, and I don't do that, but, to annoy you guys, but I don't want to, like, take a drink and then get all the bottom. So, this is a really cool item, and where did I pick this up at? I'm going to pull you up a tiny bit. I think I picked this up at the Walmart or Meijer, don't quote me. So, this is the brand called Pacific Chai. and it says embrace the moment, and this is a vanilla chai latte. You can do it cold, you can do it hot, frozen, everything's in the back. Now, what I do like with this one specifically, no, you're not blocked, but listen, let's have a good time. I respect everybody's, you don't have to like anybody, you don't have to, but let's have a good time, and I respect all your opinions and thoughts and theories and so forth and so forth, so. All right, what I do like about this one, and I'll read y'all it and then we'll get started, is a lot of these chai mixes that I've came across, you use water. Now, is it more smooth? Is it more rich with water? Absolutely, absolutely. Excuse me, with milk. But sometimes I don't always have milk. I do usually keep milk around, always usually keep almond milk, but so, indulge in our calming Pacific chai flavors that will help you to find peace during a chaotic day. Rich with honey, vanilla, cinnamon, and ginger, our vanilla chai latte allows you to embrace the moment. Well, let's embrace this moment. Now, I do have one thing that is kind of drama-fied that I do want to put out there. And then we're moving on for the rest of the night. So, it was brought to my attention. I don't go lurking for these things, but I do appreciate you, and you know who you are. So, I'm just going to say this 2 minutes, and we're going to move on. And that's all I got for tonight, as far as drama. Thank you, Mama Vision. So, I'm going to say this, and like I said, we're scootling on from the drama, but I do want to put this out in the universe because... in my opinion, it's defamation. Some of you may not think it that way, but, whatever it is, it's I have my receipts per se, and, let's just, I'll explain it, and then I'm scootling on. So, it was brought to my attention, I'm not going to call this person out, they're going to know who they are, that all these extravagant gifts that I get, it must be coming from him and illegal activities. That's where she gets the jewelry, the extravagant gifts, the extravagant items. That's where she gets these things. First off, I used to dance. I was very smart with my money. Was I a collector? Absolutely. But you don't know how much money I stacked back when I danced. You don't know what I do outside of YouTube. You don't know when I was making money off of YouTube, how much I was making. You don't know I could be a fucking Picasso outside of YouTube. I don't rely on anybody for anything. Do I get Christmas gifts, anniversary gifts, Valentine's Day per se, birthday, you're having a bad day, here's some chai mix, whatever the case may be. Absolutely. That's what family does. That's what people do. So I'm going to tell you what, I don't care who you are. I'm not playing this year. I am here to chill. I have my receipts of the purchases that I make, whether it be Afterpay, Klarna, from directly my bank account. You don't know if I mow grass on the side. You don't know what I do. You don't know, do I raise chickens? You have absolutely. So I want to put this out here in the universe. If you keep saying that, I keep receipts for all my purchases, what I spent, where they came from, in case they would break, whatever the case may be. I hope you got your receipts of the past purchases and the current purchases that I make. So please, if you're going to say that, can you have your receipts ready? Can you have your receipts ready? Because I keep mine on file. All right, let's move on. Again, like I said, if I have to address this again, I will address it legally. I do not care who they are. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I always have kept records for my files, even before he stepped in the picture. If something were break, say I buy a new refrigerator, it's got a warranty, whatever the case may be, you know I take care of my stuff. So these extravagant purchases that I make, you don't know if I had this ring since I was 16 years old. You have no idea. You don't know if I have a pair of earrings on that I could have bought while I danced. So knock it off, and I'm going to move on. But if you want to play ball, we can play ball. If you would like to fund my purchases, we can do that. We can do that. All right, y'all, let's do it to it. Let me get rid of this towel and let's scoot along. Sorry, guys, I don't mean to start out negative, but it's a very, it's, you know, if you're going to come forth with something like that, you need to have your receipts, you need to have proof, and yeah, let's do it to it. So let me get a swiggle, and yeah, we're gonna the rest of the night, it's off we go. So I thought anybody up for a song? Ted Nugent, Cat Scratch Fever, rah rah rah. You guys know how the song Cat Scratch Fever. I told you guys my mom loved Ted Nugent when she was young. She would embarrass me. She would pull up to school, you know, back in the 90s playing that song. I've told stories about it. Oh my gosh, you guys. Embarrassing story if you want to hear it right quick. I just want to move on because I feel like I feel like it's just going to fuel the fire, and that's what some of these people want. They want a new person to cover. They get bored when Foodie doesn't have, welcome everybody, something going on, or they're just stuck in their thoughts and theories that, you know, it wasn't your mom, I will say that. It was not him. I will say that. It was a female. I will say that. But, all right, let's do it to it. So, anyways, our girl life, you read my mind. How many people, and we're going to kind of do like a recap. Sorry, y'all. I reuse things. We all know that. This, I think, was in like a pack of curtains or I don't know what. A pack of curtains or a quilt or something. Figure if I'm going to pitch it, I might as well use it. So, our girl has been warned numerous times of wild animals. They're wild. They're not trained. Just be careful. We seen, you know, people warned her in the chat before, don't pet them while they're eating. Then she goes off and tells Sala the other day, I noticed, I think they were on the beach or something, you know, the camels per se, the last camel expedition. Guys, I was sitting here thinking while I was getting ready, and what have we had now? You know, I go back to that story of that fish. Remember the fish, and she put her finger in the water and it just came out of nowhere? The fish. What have we got, y'all? Oh, Sam bit her own cat, her old cat. Remember when she was at the island? And I think, is it barbecued chillin' or barbecued chicken? Somebody's got that in their intro, if I'm not mistaken. Welcome, Bose. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody. Somebody's got that in their intro, don't quote me. But anyways, Sam just yow. So we've got the fish, we've got our own old cat, Sam. Didn't we get bit at a pet shop, a bird or something? Wasn't beautiful. So animals are going to be animals. I mean, that's what animals do, my friends. There's moments that my dogs I get majority of the same time. Yeah, it's piggy or barbecue. Somebody's got it in their intro. But I get my dogs all the same toys, you know, even when Mr. Wigston was alive. And you guys know, if you're a dog owner and you've got strong personality dogs, they could have that same toy, that one bone, and if somebody's got that one bone at that moment, or that one stuffed animal, whatever the moment could be, it's a fight sometimes. Um, Thank you, Donna. Okay, Chicken Pickle had it in her intro. Okay, I knew I've seen it somewhere a while back. But anyways, animals are going to be animals. You know, I've had to break my dogs up, and like I said, they all three have had the same bones, but somebody had that one magical bone at that time, and you know, it was chaos. Even though they're the best of buddies, you know, sometimes, I'm not going to lie, they get into a little tiff. Batrice is Batrice. That's my grayish, bluish, grayish looking Frenchie. Batrice is Batrice. Batrice is a bully, straight up. I don't raise my dogs aggressive, but Bat is Bat, and Bat is just, some days, Bat is just a diva. And I mean, Bat has tried to get buck wild with Sugar Bear, the big giant pit bull. So, if that says anything, nice, Boza, good stuff. Good stuff. So anyways, what I'm getting at too, did we all see this coming? I'm not going to speak for everybody, but I'm surprised it's not the camels. I'm truly surprised that it wasn't the camels. The last camel expedition, the camels were coming up to the car window. They were making noise. They were kind of giving like a, I'm not surprised. Am I going to sit here and lie to you? I'll have to, Mama, she came in here a second ago, and I'll have to, if she comes around lurking, they've been outside all day, so they are just pooped. I had to wake them up for their dinner. They've gotten fresh air and ran and ran and ran and ran, like they are pooped. They're usually, I feed them at a certain time, and they're usually on it. But yeah, I'm like, come on, little buddies. So anyways, so I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be real. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be raw with y'all. Is our girl Amberlynn, or what was her saying, fresh? I didn't show her in this one, Mama Vision. I showed her, what was it, y'all? Part 2 of the last stream we did. Part 2 of the last stream. So, what I'm about to say is going to sound mean, is going to probably make some people more mad at me, but I'm going to say it. This is how I feel, okay? You get what you get. You get what you get. Am I surprised? No. We've had this discussion before. Do I wish bad upon people? No. But come on now. The warning signs were there. You literally said 2 seconds before you got bit, don't bite, what'd she say, the back of my arm fat or something? Another thing, now we're not going to go there. I don't know if some of you guys believe in karma, but I thought this was a strange, welcome everybody. I've never heard anybody say this in my life. Let me grab my notes here. Let me grab my notes here. Boy, we've got some goodies tonight. I've made some notes. We've got some goodies throughout the week. Hold on now, I gotta see what's the recap and then what's tonight. So, I've never heard anybody say it's funny. I think it's funny when they cry. Meaning animals, meaning the cat. She literally said, I think it's funny when they cry. Is anybody honest? Sorry guys, this looks janky. There's a piece of trim here, and I worked forever on this, and it looks like garbage. I find it funny when they cry. I have never heard anybody say that in my entire life. Whether it be a hamster, a rabbit, whatever. I've never, yeah, Angela, probably about 4 or 5 minutes before she gets bit, she says that the cat's like crying, and she says, it's funny when they cry. I think that's what she said. It's funny when they cry. Don't quote my exact words, but funny when they cry is definitely in the sentence. Don't quote me word for word, but funny when they cry. I can guarantee you that. I can guarantee you that. Probably about 4 or 5 minutes before the actual bite happens. Yeah. That's Angela. I was watching, as like I said, I was getting ready, and then I was doing notes and cooking dinner, and you know, kind of running around and jotting things as I went. But like I said, don't quote me word for word, but I thought, what kind of psychopathic, who says I think it's funny when they cry? It's like when you hear things come out of her mouth, it's like, does she, it's just like I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm going to repeat myself one more time. I've never heard anyone say that. I've never. And Angela, that's kind of what I feel. She kind of had her arm motion. Maybe the cat felt like she was going to like scoop it up. I've never heard anybody say that in my entire life. Strike me, whatever you believe in. I've never heard anybody say that. Oh yeah, Boza, we're so let's I'm confusing some people. Let's help Boza and those out that haven't seen it. So we're gonna kind of bebop around, and then we'll go from tonight, and then we'll kind of trickle back down the week. It's kind of how we're gonna do things. So Boza and everybody confused. What happened was, and we're going to backtrack. We're going to go to the cat bite. Then we're going to backtrack to the Cheesecake Factory. So the VIEs, the very important enablers, feedies, whatever you want to call them, is now sponsoring her, quote unquote. You know, we're going to use the word sponsor loosely. You too can feed a 500-pound woman for $20 and up. Oh, yes. By the way, she upped it to $20, and she put a little, like, thing with like her intro. $20 in that PayPal. It's got all the info. That is against terms of service, my friend. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. So Boza and everybody chilling in the background for the replay. So she goes to the Cheesecake Factory again. We'll get back to that in a second, but let's take it to the beach while we're talking about cat scratch fever. So everybody, she's chilling on like a bench or like a slab of concrete or something. And, you know, she's just hanging out, and she's got her purse and stuff, and she's, and, just small talk. And this cat just loves me, guys. It just loves me. I can't take you home. I just can't take all these stray cats home. And oh, it just loves me, you guys. It's just a purring, and she just feeling herself. She is just Mary freaking Poppins of Kuwait, my friends. So, but she's kind of got her arm kind of cocked like this, and her purse is sitting like right beside her. And the cat's like right here. And so she says about the funny part when they cry. And she literally says, don't bite, because she's been bitten on the back of her arm fat before. And I'm a little meaty back here. I'm not going to lie. You know, so she's been bitten before on the back. So she says, don't bite the back of my arm fat. Now, wouldn't in that your mind, you know, most of us wouldn't even get ourselves in this situation, but wouldn't that tell you, heads up, warning signal, the red flag, we need our pink flag back. So you think the flag would be, you know, but not our girl. So all of a sudden she just says, I can't take you guys all home, and that's why you're strays, and I just can't take you all home. And yow, it was quick, and it looks pretty deep. It's about right here, I would say, wouldn't you guys, on the good old, I tell you what, man, that's an interesting spot to get bit because, you know, you've got a lot of tendons and, you know, a lot of, you know, I'm not a doctor in the medical field, but y'all know what I mean. You've got a lot of muscle and things that go through here. So, yeah, it got her good. Boza, I don't know. She's got to, you know, we've got to make money off everything. So we have got bit by a cat or beach cat and then going to the ER. I haven't heard anything about the ER yet. I was looking around before I got on here. Has anybody, any community posts, any updates? Let's discuss supplies. What do I do, you guys? I don't have any alcohol. Well, I'm pretty sure they sell rubbing alcohol and peroxide in Kuwait. I'm pretty sure of that. Yeah, I seen her rinse it with water on the beach, and then she showed some ointment and some supplies they had at home already. And, okay, no post. Yeah, I was digging around before, so I don't know why she put the hospital going to the ER. So that's a misleading title, of course. Got to beef it up more than it is. So what I feel like, and let me know what you guys feel like here and the replay. No, Mama, she had a bottle of water with her, and then she calls Salah. I don't think Salah was at the house. Do you want to bring some iodine? I think it was iodine, she said, down to me on the beach. Get off stream and take your tail home. Now listen, again, I don't wish bad upon anybody, but I'm going to get to why I don't think she took her tail home here in a minute. So, betadine, thank you, betadine, excuse me. So, it almost seems like we were kind of hinting around, in my opinion, for like medical supplies. That's kind of what, well, I don't have any alcohol, guys. What am I going to do, guys? Hint, hint, I don't have any alcohol. Okay. I got some goodies that, so let's take it back to the Cheesecake Factory. Boy, oh boy, if Vandalay Fragrance, the jig wasn't already up, boy, oh boy, is it up tonight. Now, what is Vandalay Fragrance? I think most of you guys know this. Vandalay Fragrance is a skit from Seinfeld, and George was basically doing an interview, and he wanted Jerry Seinfeld, his buddy, to be his reference. You know, you could have like a reference, you know. So George runs up to Jerry's apartment, and he says, hey, if they call, you know, you're my reference, I told them your Vandalay Fragrance. Now, what is it, you know, why is it weird? There is no Vandalay Fragrance. George made up a company for Jerry to be his reference. So that's why a lot of people, I know some people get it, some people don't. Why some people, you know, use the Vandalay Fragrance, hence, many people think that Sala doesn't have Vandalay Industries, aka Vandalay Fragrance. So, like I said, if Vandalay Fragrance jig wasn't already up, and not that a lot of people, in my opinion, believed it anyways, boy oh boy, there were some interesting signs tonight that I caught. So our girl goes to the Cheesecake Factory. And quote unquote, it was one of these sponsored videos. Somebody named Ginger sponsored this video. Ginger, you're doing great. You're doing great. I think I have not got to a computer yet, so I will do some unblocking once I get to I have to be able to unblock on a computer. So I just wanted to give you a heads up on that. Other people have reached out to me too. I gotta get to a computer, guys. So I'll work on that. So Mr. Salamander wasn't happy that the Cheesecake Factory had music. Now, for those that aren't creators, why does that matter? Well, when you have music, we've hung out and I've played clips from stuff, and you know, we'd kick it around the holidays and I'd show you guys funny clips, and sometimes they'd have music or they'd be TV shows. You get a copyright. Bingo, bango. You do not get the money for that stream, for that video, whatever the case may be. So, I'm confused here. Is anybody else? Welcome, everybody. Laura, wasn't that a hell of a night the other night? I seen Lauren run by in the chat, and I wasn't for sure if that was you, so don't think I was ignoring you. Guys, Leticia Collins is back. Love notes for TLC. I know it's dark, but I think I might, you know, we've covered her before she went to jail. She is out, and boy, oh boy, is it wilder than ever. We'll get into that probably tomorrow or the next day, and I'll recap you, because man, she's been out probably 14, 15 days, maybe 13, 15 at this, and man, is it been nonstop. Ask Laura. The other night, I mean, holy batshit. You guys, yeah, Mama Vision, I was there when things went down. I was in that stream, y'all. My back was hurting and I couldn't sleep and I couldn't look away. Wow. But anyways, we'll get into that. Yeah, she got a strike for, let's just per se, she was trying to seduce people and showing her tiggle bitties, not them out, but enough to get. So yeah. Anyways, I don't want to confuse you. You was there too. The federales came twice, or I know one day, or was it twice that day? I can't even, man, one day it was like a 24-hour. It was actually like, what, 3 days, you guys, that were around. I would do stuff, do my chores, come back. I'd go to the grocery store or something, and she'd still be on. It was a wild ride. But anyways, let's get back to our girl Foodie. And that's exactly right, Sally. So like Sally just said, her things that, her medical supplies to take care of, Sala went to the pharmacy. And like Sally just said, some of the creams were like half used or a quarter of the way gone. So I really think that she was trying to hint to the chat, you know, hint, hint. Anybody want to PayPal me for some medical supplies? I don't have any alcohol. Hint, hint. I don't, what am I going to do, guys? The grifting, let's get back to that because we're rolling right back into that. So like I said, why, you know, why would Sala care that, you know, it's not playing music? Well, therefore, you're not going to get any money. So, guys, she's just going to do this one for you guys and take one for the team. She says, this one would be all right. No, 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 my friends. Sala wanted her to. Now, mind you, she's already setting down the Cheesecake Factory, those that haven't seen it. She is already setting down. And Sala says, why don't you go somewhere else and see if there's no music? We've got a towel right here. The jig is up, my friends. Again, not that anybody thought he had this business deal type perfume type. I don't know what it is. Is it Febreze? I don't know. Is it body spray? We don't know. Nobody still knows. Has it ever been? I don't think so, in my opinion. But this man mentioned this so many times. She apologized for this. Well, babe, this one will be all right. It's sponsored. This is a sponsored video. Now, in that, I know I'm going fast because there's a lot. It seemed like he didn't know that she was going there. She mentions to him, this one, meaning this live stream, is a sponsored video. Anybody catch that as well? He is steady talking in the chat to go somewhere else. I feel like I need something else to throw. Why does this woman say, now do I believe her? I don't, but who only knows with her, Miss Kuwaiti YouTuber. So the jig, the notes didn't get out, what is that machine? The telegraph back in the day. The Cheesecake Factory did not know that Miss Kuwaiti YouTuber was going to show up there tonight, and they needed to turn the music down. So, good night, Mama. Good night. So they didn't get the memo that Mrs. Kuwaiti YouTuber was coming into the Cheesecake Factory tonight. You know what? You stay out of our Girl Amberlin's restaurant. We don't want you there anyways. So I'm about to get raw. I'm about to get real, as our girl Amberlin would say anyways, is please do not take anything I say to heart as far as when it comes to finances. But, our girl has shamed me for this, that, the other, my places, my she sheds, my decor. Boza, she, man, her sinuses. I talked to her the other day, and man, her little voice was just, I was like, are you all right, bud? So Neb is probably sleeping tight in bed with little puppy. Telegraph, thank you. Yeah, Neb had a thing going on with her eye one time. Neb is like me. There's never a dull moment. She had a thing going on with her eye one time. Like I said, when I talked to her the other day, I was like, dude, your voice sounds absolutely... I was like, are you all right? I was like, set this one out if you need to. Don't ever feel obligated. I'm good. There's a couple people in here I trust as backup if it becomes the Wild West. But, yeah, Neb is just, it seems like she lost her grandmother as well during the summer. And it just seems like ever since then, she has been taking quite the beating, too, on different stuff, health, just drama, life in general. So anyways, let's get back to it. So Sala is to the point, she says to him in the chat one time, are you speaking Italian? Babe, I think this is going to be all right. I'll take this one for the team. Dude, how fucking greedy can you be? People are PayPaling you money. You have memberships. You did not, somebody asked how much the Cheesecake Factory bill was. You did not disclose it. So that just says to me, you're trying to, scheme, off the top. And, speaking of money, y'all, why did this character ask, before she went to the Cheesecake Factory, is there free bread? And then while we're at the Cheesecake Factory, somebody says you should get a lemon water. And I'm not making this up, I swear. I need like a roll of towels tonight to throw. She says, I'm not going to get lemon water at cost. Now, I'm going here like I just said. My things, my places. Now, you guys know our phrase over here, balling on a budget. You know I like bargains. You know I'm a bargain shopper. I like extravagant things, as people say. Listen. Again, this is not to hurt anybody. I'm not trying to flex. I'm not trying to shame, but this is giving brokey energy. Now, is that mean? Absolutely. But if you're new to Foodie Beauty or just chilling in the background, there's a little video out there. It's a live stream. It's not on her channel anymore. And it's called Cuba Rage. Go check that out and it'll make sense why people are saying, brokey vibes. Nobody's actually saying, making fun of anybody's finances. But when this woman came on here in Cuba and thought she was just the be all, and you guys, I'm making so much money, I don't know what to do with it. My own family, she literally said this, my own family's treating me different. And now our girl is saying, is the bread free? Welcome, everybody. Is the bread free and water with lemon cost? My, oh my, how the universe can change, my friends. Be careful what you put out there. That's why I'm saying brokey vibes. Sala mentions, like I said, the whole time she's sitting there, not only does she get in the vehicle, she asked him, or he asked her, would you go in, I think it was Outback, a Texas Roadhouse, it was some kind of, go in there and see if there's music. Yes, thank you. She did ask if there was soda refills. Thank you. I'm like, dude, you are just, there is no shame in your game. Absolutely none. Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. Thank you, Buzz. Jess, we are recapping one hell of an adventure, so I don't know what stories you're waiting for to be over, but we've got quite the evening, so if you want to hang out, you're more than welcome, but we got a lot of stories tonight. Buckle up. So she's sitting in the car, and this, first off, how do you even know that somebody else is going to sponsor Texas Roadhouse or Outback? Susela's basically insinuating, trying to set up the next restaurant. And she does the same thing as well. Oh, Texas Roadhouse. How do you know that there's going to be another sponsorship? Do you think this is just going to keep continuing? Are you not grateful for what you've got already? So you're making money off these videos. You've got memberships. They're basically giving you the content. Exactly. So you're just sitting back eating. I'm like, how? And then she orders a piece of the Skinnylicious cheesecake and says, guys, it's basically guilt-free. Yes, Spooky. The sponsors give her the money and then they tell her what they want her to eat. Exactly. So Sala's assuming that somebody else is going to, I apologize, guys. I think it was Texas Roadhouse. It could have been Outback. It was a steakhouse type vibe. Go in there, Sala says, after she's ate at the Cheesecake Factory, go see if there's music. And she says, no, you're going to find out what kind of special kind of lazy I am. I think he already knows, Bubba. I think he already knows. So, you're good, Jess. So, she's orders, let me give him a little list here. Okay, so we get fried zucchini with ranch. We get, it's like pizza chicken parm. Or excuse me, chicken Alfredo. What it is, it's a chicken breast pounded out thin, deep fried cheese on, and then it's got some Alfredo pasta on top and cheese. Guys, you would have thought this was a magical, she was happy as, look at it. Would you look at it? There is a part in the video, I watched her spoon up some Alfredo, some pasta, or piasta, however she says it. Guys, she spoons up this pasta and literally is like, I'm like, you are part anaconda. I wish I could have found the timestamp, but like I said, I was doing, you're good, Jess, you're good. I'm all over the place anyways, I apologize. Without my computer right now, it's kind of hard, you know, when we're watching it, we can go down, but when I'm doing like my chores, my housework, or cooking, and I'm taking notes in between, I'm kind of all over the place. So I do apologize. I know that's annoying. And that's why I try to kind of, if you see me looking down, I try to stick to the notes and then not bounce. But then as I'm telling you guys things, I think of things too that I remember key moments. It's against terms of service, Spooky. It is. It is. And then she, like I said, I don't know if you were in here, but now she's got it in like her, so she's got her cameo, and then she's got like a little thing she made that plays before some of these videos I noticed tonight. And Spooky, it's a $20 minimum. It's $20 minimum, 20 and up. So yes, Solly showed his true colors tonight. I am pumped. I am waiting on some nail supplies, and then we are going to have the most clatchet nails ever. And what is clatchet? Classy and ratchet at the same damn time. I am about to make the most intricate, well, let me slow down. In my mind, they're going to be intricate. Might take me a minute to get there, but we are about to have the most clatchet nails possible. Y'all don't even know. Your girl went hammer after this. Like I said, I'm waiting for a package, and then no more nail supplies unless it's actually stuff we need when we start. But I think I got it covered from A to Z, B to 10 things. So yeah, stay tuned for that. So let me get back to it here. This is talking about the presentation. So she's been over there for 2.5 years. This hijab looked absolutely ridiculous. It was like folded and rolled, and even she was fiddling with it at one point, talking about she should fix it. Dude, you have just Ramadan who? You have been grifting. Some of the supplies are from Temu. I ordered a drill from somewhere else, and then I ordered a bunch of charms and bits and bobs. So I got 2 things, the drill coming, and then the bits and bobs. But yeah, I'm pumped. But this, and again, I'm talking how she had it styled. Guys, it looked absolutely. So not only that, she is in the Cheesecake Factory, and she's literally just, Tom Petty comes on, and she is literally just kind of like dancing. Literally, I'm not exaggerating. Honey, she's having a good old time. She's got bread. She wants to know, do y'all, real question, do y'all butter both sides? If that ain't about one of the big back questions I've ever heard in my life, how does she come up with this shit? Y'all, real question, y'all butter both sides? Boy, you find any way to add extra calories is possible. You find any way to just squeeze a little extra butter in. I personally never thought about butter both, but hey, who am I? Butter your biscuit all you want. So, we've got the fried zucchini with ranch, the pizza chicken parm type deal situation, and then we get this piece of cheesecake. and she gets the Skinnylicious. She has a Diet Coke, by the way. She talked about, and we're going to get to that, she had a lunch type deal situation before she even went to the Cheesecake Factory. So she says basically, y'all, that cuz this, now, Cheesecake Factory, if you haven't been there, has a menu and they have dessert options that are called Skinnylicious. Now, are they no calories? No. It's just a little bit more healthier decision, a more health conscious decision. But let's all be real here. The Cheesecake Factory, the portions are massive. It's loaded in calories. It's a splurge meal in my opinion. We've done, I think it was either Christmas or my birthday, we did like a taste test on numerous different cheesecakes. So it's one of those splurge type. Now, I'm going technical on you since I'm just this white trash trailer park son of a gun over here, she calls me. Let's be real here. Is the Cheesecake Factory a decent restaurant? She just says this is probably the best place she's been to. Look at it, how fancy it is. Now, is it a nice place? Yes. But we're not talking Michelin star here. And again, listen, guys, I don't think I'm anybody special. You know, I've cooked all different places, but let's be real here. It's a chain restaurant. Is it one of the better chain restaurants? Absolutely. But she just says this is probably the best restaurant and, you know, look at the decor. And I'm like, baby, you talking about my life experiences. And, you know, what'd she say the other day on her community tab? I don't know nothing about my outside my trailer. You know what? I said this before, you know, shit at the fan and the whole tree situation. I got this junk laptop. I mean, it was the first laptop, I'm not joking you, I've ever had. It is a dinosaur. It is huge, and I've had it for years. But when I get all my shit situated and all my stuff organized, we are going to go through this. I would take it traveling with me. And I told you guys I'd love to take pictures when I would go places and I would travel. And I haven't even looked at it in years and years. I'm talking like, I don't know, 10, 11 years, 12 years maybe. So we'll have to dig this dinosaur out once I get all my crap situated. And we're going to show her a little life, you know, experience out here. You know, we're gonna show her, you know, what a real trailer park looks like. Like I said, you guys, I've cooked in, you know, mid places. I've cooked in top places. I've got notes of recommendation from chefs. You know, I'm not certified, but I literally have letters saying that, you know, I'm certified to run a restaurant, so forth, under, you know, their opinion. You know, again, I don't have a degree. So, just to me, it's like, you know, she comes at other people, you know, and thinks she's this be-all and so-all, and really doesn't understand what type of life experience some of us have had. Some of, you know, us have been blessed, you know, and I do feel blessed, you know, honestly. Off topic, have you seen this show, The Baron? I have not, Angela. You know what, guys? By the time I've been getting things done, I catch up on YouTube sometimes, and then it's a wrap. Look how late of a start we got tonight. I really haven't been watching much of anything, you know. But like I said, you know, when I come on here and tell you my experiences or show you the silly things I buy or the extravagant things people say, you know, I feel blessed for everything I have. You know, I really truly do. So she doesn't understand, you know, that some people, you know, have worked their asses off, you know, whatever your vice may be, you know, you may have a craft room that is your pride and joy. Nice, nice, Jess. Well, thank you so much for coming, and always good and cool. I can't wait. Like I said, I'm gonna start dabbling in the nails. I don't know how good I'll be, but we're gonna give it a whirl. But like I said, I am blessed. You know, whether it be this thing of chai or you know, I appreciate everything I have. I take care of everything I have, and that's why when she left the villa, you know, just to leave and walk out with a suitcase, you know, all those people sent her stuff, her subscribers, and, you know, I'm sure mommy bought, you know, a shower curtain or whatever the case may be, and, you know, she's not had to appreciate anything, you know, if that makes sense. You know, that's how I feel. She doesn't take care of anything. You know, food, she's so, in my opinion, so under her vice that, you know, food is the only thing that she worries about. So now that we're talking about that, I really think that things are getting interesting as far as her and Salamander. I think that, you know, I think the reason why this grift, this sponsor situation type deal started, in my opinion, is Sala basically was putting his foot down and said, you know, we cannot, you know, we've got this rent to pay, we've got the Timu mobile, you know, you can't continue to eat like this. We're not going to have nothing. Literally, we're going to be in the streets. And, you know, then they came up with this, but again, Salamander tonight was saying, you know, the music, the music, the music, the music, over and over. Does that not show to you guys, you know, this is their end all be all, which I thought that, a lot of you guys thought that, you know, how embarrassing. How embarrassing, in my opinion, to, you know, it's just like, man, like, it just really showed tonight, like, he is money hungry, which I thought that already, but, you know, how many times, and again, this isn't brag, this isn't, you know, to make you guys feel bad or anything like that. I've said, you know, I come on here to shoot the shit. Is it cool to make money? Yes. But do I know that we have a good time on here and I speak freely? And how many times have I told you guys, even showed on the community tab and said, you know, we knocked it at the park last night, you know, we got demonetized or we got limited to no ads. You know, that's just a part of the game, you know, unless you're coming on here and legitimately reading a script, and, you know, that's just a part of it. But that just shows you, in my opinion, how hard up they are right now. She has literally talked about money all week. Anything that comes up. Now, let's get to this right quick. Let me start crossing off some of this thing. So, she is in a live stream, and she says there's an amusement park, you guys. I think she said in Abu Dhabi, hold on. Welcome, everybody. You know, when I start to move and it's that cramp in my leg. Guys, my birthday's coming up, she says. There's an amusement park. Do y'all want to sponsor me to go to it? Welcome, everybody. Well, I'd need a plane ticket. I'd need a hotel. I'd need a ticket to the amusement park. Just joking. You have talked about money all week. And again, this is only my opinion. Ever since the cat food situation, I really think that they are struggling big time. I think that shit is hitting the fan. In my opinion, like I said, I think that the cat food situation was to try to get ass pats. And I do think that payday was a week and ahead a couple days before the cat food grift situation. I think they thought, okay, we can get some towel pads, look like we're doing this good deed, and we can skim off the top and feed our cat at the same time. And like I said, the McDonald's situation that night of the cat food, send money to my PayPal type situation, I still don't think, in my opinion, she paid for that food. I really don't. When there was commotion at the second window and they kept saying, you didn't pay, you didn't pay. Again, not to repeat myself, but those that missed it, I think they already had the order ready and said, here, just take it. I think the language barrier, she was playing like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I already paid. I think that she thought, hey, I want McDonald's and, take a little bit of the off the top. And that's interesting too, beautiful. She mentioned before all of this began, remember we talked about her talking, and she mentioned it the other day again, how it wasn't right. These homeless people were getting these hotels. And she mentioned it the other day again, must be a certain people that she watches on TikTok. Well, now they've got an apartment and they're asking people to send them stuff, and that's just not right. Honey child, honey giant, honey boo-boo, did your ass just not ask people when you thought you and Salamander was up for some silverware? Guys, I don't even have a pot and pan, a spork and a fork, a fruit or a loop. You are so fucking hypocritical. This grift type deal situation arc, I am loving it. Call me McDonald's, have it your motherfucking way, Burger King, because this is just the house of cards is falling down, baby. Tonight was solid talking about the music and not stopping. Honey, shit's getting real in the field out here. And like I said, I do not wish bad upon anybody nor anybody's downfall. That is not how I roll. But when you came on here and you just thought you were, honey, I'm ordering $50 Panera. I'm getting, all these gummies and my nails, and I can go to Pennington's, and y'all are peasants, and Cuba crying, and girl, not to be crazy, but that was a basic ass room. Holler at your girl. We're gonna get on my dinosaur 50,000 and I'll show you some fucking rooms, baby. I had a room in San Diego, y'all, one time. And it was crazy because I was traveling by myself. But man, this room, y'all, it was fucking nuts. It was like a marble bathroom. I'm talking about everything. And I was so blessed, honestly. And at the time, like I met these like dudes, and we ordered like Patron to my room and like a little cart of snacks, and just I was young having fun. But man, y'all, I forget what the spot is. I think I got pictures of it on this laptop. I'm telling you about that. But man, I felt like I was queen of the world. But like I told you, I would work my ass off. Working in the kitchen night and fucking day, dude. My shoes used to be so greasy that you could slide around. You got to pick up a shift. If you're, under somebody and you're their right-hand woman or right-hand man, if somebody don't come in, the dishwasher don't come in, you could cook night, lunch, morning shift, dinner shift, and then got to do the dishes after. And the kitchen's got to be clean. You could be trying to prep, and then here comes the delivery truck. The phone's ringing. That's why she doesn't understand, She, when it comes to life experience, has absolutely no, and like I said, she has no idea, man. She really, truly doesn't. And like I said, guys, I'm not bragging, I'm not boasting, but that is the life that I created for myself. I was 18 years old. This guy was a French chef. He had, literally, I'm not exaggerating. He had a twisted mustache that he would put like wax on. And, I'm little Kaya, got my dreads and shit. And I walk in and he's like, it's a kitchen full of guys. Big guys, little guys, but big burly guys. And they're like, This girl's gonna cook with us? Are you serious? I got pots and pans as big as you. That man gave me a chance and he said, man, I had no idea what you were all about. And he would throw recipes at me and I'm like, oh God. And I would have to play it off. We had to have a knife set, and I'm talking like Hinkle and things like that. I'm not talking, but she genuinely has absolutely no idea when it comes to certain things that, you know, like I said, I have, had a serious life, and then, I danced and so forth. I've all kinds of things. I've sold insurance before. When I was young, I told you, like, we were young working at a call center and didn't even know shit about insurance. I've had all kinds of things. That's what's funny. And then I was also thinking, back to grifting, is if you really think about it, what she's told us about her life is, she's got pizza in debt. She, her grandma and mom allegedly paid for college and would, gas money. And, she told the story before when she was couch surfing and had no money and they had to bring her like stuff for sandwiches and stuff. Look at, the clothes and stuff for Christmas. And, it's always, look at BB. She said he paid most of the bills. It seems like she's, other than this YouTube money, at her hospital situation type desk type job thing, which who only knows, did she help BB with the bills then? Oh, exactly, Spooky. And what a taxing on your body. Long hours, long hours. Exactly, life. It's like she just has, no idea that, some of you guys, trips, vehicles, houses, the things you may, like, the life you may live, just, it's funny to me, because this person, in my opinion, from what we've heard, you can take the girl out of court, but you can't take the court out there. And I'm from a small town, but as far as life experiences, the Katima Vic, the thing when she worked the volunteer situation from school, that seems to be her like high point in life. That seems to be her kind of peak. All the stories that she tells us are from back then. Me and my family had an on-running joke, and some of you guys seen them when I was doing my closet declutter. Those plastic buckets that I would pull in to show you, like, this is my jean bucket. How I accumulated those buckets is I lived out of like a book bag and a suitcase for years, because whether it be work, whether it be moving to different states, whether it be traveling, I had, the jeans in this bucket, the sweaters, I was always on the go, and I didn't, call mommy and say, I'm in San Diego, I can't eat, you fucking figure it out, or, I'm in Atlanta and I didn't, after I paid, my spot, I don't have enough groceries. What am I going to do? No. But, anyways, back to it. I apologize. I went left for a minute. But, like I said, I think Shiznai behind the scenes is hitting the fan. I think that, this just kidding for money thing is not just kidding. When you're asking your chat, hint, hint, I love San Diego, you guys. I would love to go back there. I just had a good old time. I really did. It's such a cool place. I forget what I seen the other day, and it was like a. I'm always watching like food, like real food stuff, and I don't know if it was a coffee shop or a restaurant or something. And I was like, of course it's out that way. All right, let me rein it in because we got a lot and I'm all over the place. And Texas is an awesome place too. Texas is a really cool. Texas has so much to offer as well. It really does. I love down south. I love the West Coast. I love my East Coast, of course, but you know, it's something about down south and out west that, you know, maybe, you know, because I'm an East Coast Midwester, that, you know, it's all new to me, newer. And, you know, it's just, um, when I lived in Atlanta, it was just such a good time. I mean, it was just new people and restaurants and just, I never was bored. I mean, we just, whether it be a rainy day, like I told you, I stayed at this extended stay and it was an extended stay, all right. And Katrina had just hit, so people from Louisiana had been sent there, and this place was a melting pot of people from all over the U.S., and I'm talking about characters. But anyways, my bad, y'all. Let me rein it back in. Okay, we're about to hit it hard and at least finish today, and then we can move on. I'm not ignoring y'all, but oh, I think Austin looks so neat. Now that's one place in Texas I haven't been. That's one place in Texas I haven't been, is Austin. I've never been to Wisconsin, I don't think. Maybe going like through riding somewhere else, but I don't think I've like hung out, chilled there. Okay, let me go. So, those that are confused about tonight, obviously Sala doesn't go to the Cheesecake Factory with her. She says that he's humble and he likes, you know, he's very humble. Okay, well, there's difference between humble and just straight up cheap. And then also, in my opinion, Sala doesn't really like other quiz. And again, this is only my opinion. These are not facts. This is my opinion, my chats. What I've kind of gathered is Sala doesn't really go outside the box with other cuisine from other countries, other cultures. That's kind of what I've noticed. That's kind of what I've noticed. So there's a difference between being humble and being cheap. And then there's also a difference in, I think he's a, you knew where I was going, Angela. I think he's a nuggies, meat and potatoes kind of man. And not the weird looking curry type deal, beef stew without the beef that she made. So she literally has a plate of rice and samosas and she calls it curry. I think, in my opinion, it looked like a beef stew. It looked like beef with gravy and potatoes. Remember the beef stew without the beef joke? I know some of y'all was here. Let me know. You're a real OG if you remember. Y'all, I got 8 alive in the comments. People like, will you stop, Kaya? We had a joke one time, if you're new, and she made, no, excuse me. She ordered carry out at the villa, and it was beef stew, and it was minus the beef we were joking. So 2 or 3 pieces of meat, and she was pissed. So we were like carrying on all night about beef minus the beef stew, beefless stew. And we just took it a little too far, and people were like, Kaya, great video, but y'all went too hard on the beef stew. So like I said, I think there's, you know, a difference. You know, I really think that Sala's pretty much meat and potatoes. He's trying to stack what little bread he can, and she's literally eating all the bread up. Okay, so we leave the Cheesecake Factory, and she says, babe, I'm going to start a new stream. This whole adventure was basically her trying to, oh, I'm going to take one for you guys, chat. Oh, I'm going to take, dude, you have fucking memberships. You literally disappointed them the other day, and somebody said, are you going to do more membership videos? And she said, no one watches them. Would you not feel disrespected? I think so too, Spooky. A lot of her concoctions are just kind of a mix of beef stew type deal situations. Or whatever vegetables need, concocted up that are going to go bad, and whatever meat we got chilling around. I tell you what, I don't have, a membership to anybody's channel, but if I did, and they made a statement like, I'm not going to, do any more members only videos because nobody watches them, or members only live streams, I would say stick this membership right up your tail. I'm watching them. I'm the member. It's like these people are not seen. In my opinion, the PF Chang's, you could tell he was just not having it. You could see it physically that, it wasn't, other than busting his fancy. Was that the one he got his fancy white coat out? And exactly, Spooky and Angela. She does cook the same old stuff thrown together. Did y'all see the other day? This is on my list. Let's go back to this side right quick. Did y'all see the other day the Pizza Hut type crackers with... So she orders these 2 Pizza Hut, like, folded over flatbread looking things. And I'm sorry, I don't care what country you're in, what city. These looked absolutely fucking horrendous. They had no filling inside. They were absolutely a waste of money. So these 2 pizza cracker flatbread things weren't enough. She makes a little handful of cheese fries. I don't know how this cheese was a beige type situation, swimming, like, they look disgusting. And I'm not just saying that because it's her. It was like the cheese was like a beigey, like, and it was swimming. The fries, yeah. But those pizza things, like, she's taking a bite of them. Welcome, Gypsy. And y'all, they're overcooked. They, like, crumbled. Like, when she would take a bite, she's like, if you like crackers, you'll like these. Again, I'm not saying it because it's Kuwait. I'd be freaking heated if I would have ordered those. Y'all, they were about this big if you haven't seen it. About this big. Y'all, there was barely any cheese, any toppings. I would have been heated. I would have been heated. So speaking of food, she does a Lady and the Tramp type deal situation. So it's spaghetti and meatballs. That's pretty much the gist of it, literally. That is pretty much the gist of it. She does this weird thing where I don't even understood it. I love to do a good skit. It's about time for a good skit. What do y'all think? Welcome, Dalmatians. I didn't know if it was cheese gravy. I'm with you. Thank you, life. I don't know if it was a cheese type gravy. Okay. So, I love a good skit. I love a good theme stream or themed video. Was anybody else lost on the Lady and the Tramp spaghetti and meatballs type deal? Was that like somebody paying a sponsored video for humiliation? Because I was lost. Other than the humiliation part, I was lost. So just because you sing on the intro and then you show a clip of Lady and the Tramp, I was lost. So let me do a little, I should have brought a plate in, but I can use a napkin or something. Let me take a swig for this. I'm gonna need a swig. Dalmatians, it was weird as shit. Like, I'm like, where are we going? I was lost. Okay. She got a cameo for that and didn't do what the person asked. Okay. So we got money for a cameo and then we got our YouTube money. Okay. Now see, I don't know how that didn't get copyrighted from the Lady and the Tramp stuff. Honey, Disney don't play about their money. They want every motherfucking penny even though they billionaires. Okay. Okay, so here's our plate, okay? So, if you haven't seen this, go find a clip of it. I love a good skit. You guys know I've come on here. Joe Kane, Lady Poutine, Shirley Poutine, made a fool out of myself, and that's cool with me. But I tried to kind of make it themed so y'all knew what was going on no matter what skit I was doing. So she's got a plate of spaghetti piasta. I used to be good at it. I can't even do it, y'all now. And she, if you haven't seen the movie, the dog kind of takes its nose and... So she does that weird meh, and kind of nudges like she's giving Solid the meatballs like the story. Skanky and the Scamp, we're going to call this skit. So she kind of nudges like she's the dog and nudging him the meatballs per se. And she feeds him a meatball. And that was my next thought, Angela. Dude hasn't really been around. He doesn't like to eat on camera, she said. And, you know, she feeds him a meatball and he just literally, you know, like Angela just said, how much did that cost? And I'm not talking the cameo person. You know, can you imagine? Again, I love funny videos. Oh, they wanted the noodle part. Oh, okay. Let me stop. I was about to say something mean, but I thought they might have wanted the ball part, if you catch my drift. Poop balls, sorry. Okay, let's move on. Oh, I'm like 2 days noodles and sauce. I'm like, what? Okay, so she does the hot noodle challenge type deal, the bulldog noodles. In my opinion, if you go back and you look at her past video, and I see these noodles all over the place, I've had packs of them. I don't like them. I think they're too hot. By the way, we do have a bunch of ramen coming up to try. Anyways, it didn't look like all the sauce, the hot sauce packet that makes them hot. In my opinion, it didn't look, you know, red enough. It's kind of got like a maroon color. I think she just added a little razzle dazzle. So people called her out on it, and she said, you know, my spice tolerances went up. Now, I don't care what you say and who you are, okay? I watched her wipe her mouth and then wipe her eyes. I don't care who you are. If you have a spice tolerance, the devil himself, if you wipe that sauce, if both packets were in there and wiped your eyes, no. She's like, the cheese tamed it down. My spice levels went up. Again, if you get bored, go look at her old video where she was like, literally about choked on the mugs. Her eyes were watering. Her face was sweaty. Again, you can build a spice tolerance, but the color looks exactly, you know, the noodles had more of a maroon tint. Again, I've had these noodles. I know what the sauce looks like. In my opinion, that wasn't 2 packets of the sauce. So I think she took the 2 packs of the noodles, made the noodles, and then just maybe did a razzle dazzle of the sauce, or maybe 1 pack of sauce, maybe did some cream and cheese to calm the mugs down. Nice, Boza. Shake that motherfucker twice. If you shake it a 3rd time, you're playing with it. All right. So she says yesterday, she says she's got these 2 chicken sandwiches and she had some salt and vinegar on her fries. Y'all, she sprinkled some sea salt on the mugs and then added some more sea salt to the mugs. I was like, good night. Good night, y'all. So then she eats the sandwich and mayonnaise is... And then she says, oh, I think I'm just going to save this other sandwich for later. What's later? When we cut the video off? I love, we're like in a dainty queen stage lately. Like we were even at the Cheesecake Factory tonight. And she's like, let's try to add dainty. Spooky. First off, it's malt vinegar. She had white vinegar. And second off, we all know, man, fast food fries, you got a minute of time before them jokers get cold. At the fair, I told you guys this, you know, when I grew up. I don't know about y'all's county fair, state fair. It's a very popular thing. I don't know if it's just a Midwest thing, but you get your fries hot at the fair. They got like these dispensers of ketchup and malt vinegar and salt, and it's just a thing. It's just a thing. So, you know, you got these fries at home. They're fast food fries. They've been delivered. They're already cold. So putting this vinegar on these fries, and then she's like, oh, you got to put the vinegar on first so it'll adhere. Well, baby girl, honey, sugar plums. The fries are cold. So unless you put them in a bag and shake them with a shit ton of vinegar, that salt's really not going to stick. But, you know, again, you can take the trailer at the girl, but not the girl at the trailer park, you know. What the hell do I know out here on these streets? So like I said, she made some beef stew type deal situation curry. It had been steaming since 1 p.m., she says. And, Gypsy, she says just the smell was just, it was so tormenting. I do not believe, in my opinion, and again, this is only my opinion, that she's fasting for Ramadan. Miss me with that shit. I'm sorry. I think her idea of fasting is, you know, sleeping till it's about time to eat, and then, well, no shit, you've been asleep. You know, you've probably got candy bars and hot, you know, chips stuck under the bathroom cabinet. She said something about breaking the fast with the meal of the beefless stew curry type situation. So, I don't know. So we just talked about Lady and the Scamp. Like I said, how much, you know, she did mention something the other day, and we're going to iterate on that, remember the couple weeks ago when she said, you know, Sulla, you know, he just sits back and collects his checks, you know, with Vanilla fragrance. Well, I do believe that now. Because, like I said, how much, you know, did you offer to break him off for that Lady in the Scamp video? Because that shit was absolutely humiliating. Hold on now. I feel like I'm getting butthole lips. My lips are getting dry. But, Yeah, that video made absolutely no sense, and he ate that meatball, and he just looked like, can we get this over with? Is literally, you know, he literally, yeah. Okay, so caught a couple things this week. Caught a couple things. Yes, Sula does look different. He just looks defeated, in my opinion. He looks. Okay, let's go there. If you recall and have been in Triple OG, and around for a minute, did not BB have the same look at the end? The defeated, the yeah, whatever. In my opinion, it looks the same way. When BB would talk, or excuse me, when she would talk, BB, say hi to the chat. He would literally be playing his video game and throw up the peace sign, or, hey, BB, look at the cats. He looks defeated and ready. Check out, table 2. I'm ready for my check. Sorry, y'all. I like matte lipstick and like a long wearing lipstick, but once we get to going, it'll give you butthole lips if you're not careful. Okay, so back to Salamander. So somebody says, where's your baklava? She says it's in Sala's room. She said that twice in the last couple days. Sala's room. Not Harry's room. It's in Sala's room. So, I do think it was, this is one of my tried and true. Again, this flavor sucks. I love anything cotton candy, but the other ones are better. This is some people say Laneige, some people say Laneige. This is the lip sleeping mask I always like. And there are squeeze tubes out now. I'm like, but you do get a lot in these pots. There's a little spatula, but ain't nobody got time for that right now. These things are fantastic, and man, they're just a tried and true product that I've used all. That's one thing I always go back to. You know, I like a little bit of this and that. It's hard to keep my attention for a while, but it's smooth. You can wear it day or night. It's a bit pricey, but it's worth it. There's vanilla, there's gummy bear, mango, so forth, so forth. It's just really, in my opinion, worth the money. It's a tried and true. If you want to get one of the squeeze tubes, or sometimes the holidays, Valentine's or different holidays, there's gift sets. It's a great product, non-sponsored. But if y'all want to sponsor me one, hint, hint, I'm just joking. I got plenty. So then she mentioned, somebody asked where anime is. The gummy bear's been one of my favorites so far. I seen that a couple weeks ago when the door was locked. What movie is that? I forget. No locked doors. Oh, was it Friday or next Friday? The Friday after next. The Friday after next. He's like, no locked doors. So people say, where is anime sucks? That's the big tipper. She says, anime is here. He's under a different account. Well, riddle me that, Batman. So how do you know? And how do you know which account? Interesting. In my opinion, it seems like somebody's been talking to somebody off the tubles. Just saying. How would you know if it isn't the account he's been using? The anime sucks. What was it? Ass Joe, something ass. But now he's under a different account. He's here. Again, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. You tell me, ladies and gentlemen, here in the chat and the replay, if Salamander was talking to somebody else and they were super chatting him copious amounts of money and she had already blocked them once and then they came back with another name. Yeah, I just found that strange how you knew Anime was there under a different name. Gypsy, they are just ultimate. The one with Cat Williams is my favorite. Yeah, the second one with Cat Williams. Where was your antennas at when they was ripping me off? Okay, the doxing rampage. So, allegedly, I don't know, but something went down with Perfectly Imperfect, and this is what I kind of gather. This is what I kind of gather. Is somebody, I heard people say that Perfectly Imperfect thinks that it was Foodie or somebody she knows. Basically, somebody was pretending to be Perfectly Imperfect's kids and made an account with their name and said, oh, my mother works here, yada, 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 dropped her info. My mother, another one, my mother's making a fool out of me or something, yada, yada, yada. Well, riddle me this. This is where life gets interesting. Again, if you're a triple OG and been around for a minute, you know that Foodie Beauty approves her comments. You know that if it's something she doesn't like, dude, she could have a video with 10,000, 8,000 views, and there could be 20 comments. So she let them comments slide through. I'm telling you, this is what I have to say. Now, again, I don't give a shit who likes me, who doesn't. We're just going on the story and what's going on here. I'm telling you, if my life depended on the tubes, and you can hear how the grifting has went, especially tonight, I would not be jeopardizing my channel. You got this grifting situation going on that's against terms of service. You've put it in your community tab. Now you've got a thing on your beginning your videos for Cameo and the Great Grift. And then you're out here letting people dox, or you're dox in the comments. I don't know who, but man, I'm telling you, like I said, if bread and both sides buttered was on the line, and this was only my bread both buttered, I wouldn't be playing hardball. But you know that ego of hers can't let shit go. You know, she just can't let it go. But you know, like I said, is I don't give a shit who likes me and who doesn't, but you know, if it is her, if it isn't, you know, bringing people's kid shit is just foul in my opinion. You know, they're not on here, they're not part of the story, and it's just, I think it's shitty shit. And like I said, you know, nobody's off limits. You come on here, you talk shit, even me. That's part of the game. You know, I'm not saying Foodie doesn't have to sit back, bag back, and not say nothing. But when kids get in the mix, they're not on here. They're nothing to do with YouTube. And Dalmatians, they probably just haven't came across of it. It really is against terms of service. And not only that, she is a self-announced, you know, food addict. You know, so basically, your it's against terms of service, and then you have came on here yourself, and she said she has a food problem. So all the way around, you know, again, I don't think I'd be poking at people's, you know, messing around, using people's kids' names and things like that. That sounds amazing, Boza. That sounds great. I've been wanting a Blue Moon beer lately for some reason. I used to drink Blue Moon, like, I used to bartend at a bar, and you know the big, like, glasses that curve, the Pilsner glasses? I would put like 1 million oranges in it, squeeze them, and oh, Blue Moon beer. I'm not a big beer fan, but if I do drink beer, I like Blue Moon or like a good IPA, not the strong dark ones. I like the lighter IPAs. Like some of them are like, but again, you know, if the bread and butter, both sides buttered, my livelihood was riding on this. My fake paid actor type situation, you know, she's really poking the bear. You know, one thing you don't do, you know, you don't with people's family, you don't fuck with people's kids, and you know, she's gonna end up pissing the wrong person off, and you know, it's like, is your ego and your channel worth it at the end of the day? Oh, I'm like the maintenance man in gifts. What? I'm like the maintenance man. Remember I told you my friend talking about the maintenance man? Okay, so speaking about the maintenance man, this was the other week, a couple weeks ago, but it crossed my mind tonight for some strange reason. I must have been thinking about the maintenance man. So, the maintenance man, she made a comment that Sala's close to like the maintenance man and has been close to the other maintenance men and the other apartment complexes. And he even gives them gifts from Vandalay Fragrance exclusive gift sets. Why do I think that, in my opinion? Do I think that Salamander's just this people person and this social butterfly? No, I don't. You know, Foodie says, you know, they come in and do stuff in your apartment. That's what the maintenance man does. That's what he does. He does maintenance, honey. But why do I think that they keep the maintenance man under their wings? Think about it. If you're an illegal beagle per se, or if things aren't rocking, she's talked about the WASTA and the, you know, if you're not doing things in the Kuwaiti law, you would probably want the maintenance man under your wing to, you know, everybody knows that the maintenance man is in charge of things. You know, you would, you know, basically keep an eye on things. And the maintenance man, he keeps an eye on everything in the apartment and the complex and so forth. So that's why, in my opinion, that they keep these maintenance men under their wings, because maybe things aren't legal. Maybe the Regal Beagle isn't legal. Why every time somebody comes to the door, she got frozen yogurt the other day and said, should I go get it? Every time, if you notice, that could be true as well, Jamie. It could be another kind of maintenance man. But every time, you know, somebody knocks at the door, she's very hush hush. Every time she hears a noise in the hallway, she's very hush hush. Every time she's driving, she sees a cop. Oh, there's a cop. Good thing I'm not doing anything illegal. Y'all, I be doing some of these notes so quick and I confuse myself. Make scams and past video monies of videos. What? Make scams and past money of videos. Oh, I think I know where I was going with this. I think I was thinking about like what basically for the newer people and people just coming across her. She had a post club tier. Just different things. The electric scam with her and Pete's to go to the hotel. You know, they never went. Postcard club. You know, just there's always, you know, something shaken back in the day where she would try and, you know, come up on, you know, hint, hint, just kidding. But, I'm like, I think that's, it says, make scams and past money of videos. Well, we're gonna, good night, Angela. Okay, so we went back to the cats the other day. We're gonna leave this real quick and smooth. And she said that she's still traumatized, you guys, about the cats. If you're new, if you're one of Foodie Beauty's people with your antennas out there, go look up these clips. They're out there. She had a pizza party, rolled out of her crib, and was driving around like, okay, where are we going? She said she had a month to get rid of the cat. Why a month? Why a month? If you created this bond over the phone and talking day like you proclaimed and video chat and so forth and so forth, I don't know about you guys, but if it was somebody that I was starting a relationship or a situationship with, wouldn't you explain to them that, yo, I've had these pets forever. If you can't wait for me to properly rehome them, then I don't think we're really meant to be. Yeah, she said she had a month. No, what I think, in my opinion, is you knew that if you didn't scoodle-doo your toe over there, that he would be on to the next one, in my opinion. People sent money for the cats, that people sent them water bowls, food bowls, toys, etc. We covered this. One time the cat was drinking out of like a champagne glass, literally. Oh, it likes to drink out of that. No, it goes around, in my opinion, and finds whatever it can drink out of. We literally seen a stream that Pete's could not find the cat food, hence somebody in Girl World, Pete's channel, sent the cat some food, and she proclaimed that the cat food was just misplaced. But why would you misplace the cat food if he knew where to look for it all along and you'd been there forever? No. Go look out there. There's comments of her talking about a wood chipper, plastic bag, not coming home from the vet, busting out laughing literally. So we're going to move on from the cat situation. If you're in the background with your antennas up, it's all out there. So, you know, the Miley Cyrus song is I Can Buy Myself Flowers. She starts singing and literally says that I can buy myself orange chicken. And then literally stops herself and says, no, I can't. Well, you took care of that one for me. You guys, this grifting art thing has been absolutely embarrassing. I did not think that she had it in her to stoop any lower. Again, you've got memberships. You proclaim to be getting your finances together and saving up. So if you really want to eat these things and eat more extravagant foods, then why don't you use your money? They watch your videos, they pay your memberships, you get super chats. Why is that not good enough? I just think, oh, I'm sorry. And you know, before I know somebody's going to go back and see it or find it and dig it up, oh my God, look at this exposed Kaya. Yes. Was there a time that I said, I forget, was it my grandma's 83rd or 84th birthday, and I wanted to take her to this extravagant dinner? If anybody wanted to throw down or chip in, absolutely. I don't have memberships. It was something that I wanted to do for my grandma. The bill was absolutely extravagant. It was a 5-star restaurant. I paid for some, somebody else paid for some, and then some of you kind, generous people threw down some, and it was a way to give back to my channel and a way to take my grandma on a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and I'm forever grateful. And, you know, it's not, you know, me coming on here saying, Well, I'm not going to take my grandma on this meal if you guys don't help me. It was, hey, anybody want to chip in? People would ask me, start an Amazon wish list. You know, what do you want? What do you need? I don't need anything. Hey, this is what I wanted at the time. You know, what I have taken her regardless, you know, absolutely. But it was just a way to, you know, hey, you want to help out me, help out, you know, a memory. You know, I don't need another palette. I don't need something off Amazon. Beautiful, kind gesture. Oh, it was fantastic. You know, I said and read her. Yeah, beautiful. We're getting down to the wire too. Yeah, we're getting down to the wire too. Sleep well. But anyways, it was one of the most wonderful times. And like I said, I made it very abundant, you know, if you would like to help, no need, I'm going to take her regardless. You know, it just, her reading the birthday wishes, it was just amazing in itself on the community tab. You know, so I know that somebody's going to bust the archives and say, you know, well, you know, I'm not sitting here telling my chat, you know, I want this, you guys, but if you don't do this, you know, you gotta feed me, guys. That's what it seems like to me. You know, you already, again, I keep going back to this, but you got memberships. People can super chat you. They know your PayPal. It's out there. You know, to me, this just seems like we're getting down to the wire. Sullus put his foot down and said, you know, basically, if you want to eat extravagantly, you got to come up with something. And this is what they've came up with. And then Salamander got mad when the music came into play. And then, you know, because let's be real here. She cares about food. Her money goes to food. That's her jam. That's her vice. So at the end of the day, you know, she's going to buy food with her money. But at the end of the day, if she's getting money for this food, that doesn't help Salamander out. Thank you, Gypsy, and thank you. And honestly, like I said, you guys, anybody, you know, that chipped in during that, you guys, again, that was, you know, not something I could do. Hell, the way the economy's gone right now, you know, but my grandma had never been to a 5-star meal, you know, and just I told her, get whatever you want. I don't care, whatever. You know, I think I showed the pictures, but it was incredible. It was, I mean, it wasn't absolutely ridiculous, absolutely. You know, I could have took her, she likes the Cracker Barrel. That's her jam. We could have went to the Cracker Barrel for probably 2 months straight or a month straight, but that wasn't the intention of it. The intention is, you know, let's go outside the box, take you've worked your whole life, your tail off, literally, the experience. And that's what Foodie Beauty doesn't understand is, you know, sometimes it's about the experience. It isn't how much food you get or how much food you take home. It's the experience, the ambiance, the ingredients, the presentation, so forth, so forth. So we covered this. Somebody asked how much the meal was at the Cheesecake Factory. She didn't mention it. I found that very interesting. If somebody sent you X amount of dollars, and why not mention it? Why not mention it? As one of you guys mentioned before, she asked, is refills free? I found that very... I think the deal is exactly quality over quantity that's out of her box. I think the deal was, and like I said, if this was even a thing, that she mentioned to Sala, this is a sponsored video, meaning the live stream. It almost seemed like he didn't know that she was going there or wasn't home before she left. And then to ask if refills were free, to me, it was kind of like, you better get what money, like I said, I don't know how much this, I think she said it, the person's name was Ginger. Maybe Ginger sent X amount of dollars and he said you got X amount to spend. Or maybe he said, you know, what Ginger sent you, don't go over $1 after. Welcome, welcome. I'm sorry, I'm going over what we, yo, I think we pretty much hit it and get it. So again, like I said, you know, I don't fall on anybody or harm, but man, when that cat bit her, you know, those confetti things that, psh, I thought, man, when are you going to wake up and learn? People have warned you, like, and again, like I said, she's got ER in the title of the video. We shall see. I like everybody mentioned at the beginning, go back if, you know, we kind of really the cat thing there, but to kind of end the night off with is the medical supplies look used. She was hinting around that she didn't have alcohol and any supplies. What am I going to do, guys? Here's your options. Go buy some supplies and, or go to the ER. There's your options. It's in a weird spot, like I said. So I do think it's going to be tender tomorrow. I think she's going to milk this up for all she can. Sympathy. Oh my gosh, guys. I can't do this because my hand hurts. Yeah, that's what's weird, Angela, is she's got ER in the title, but didn't go the ER in the video. So it's a misleading title. But to wrap up the night, this grift era has been one hell of an adventure. And she's just rocking with it, man. She's just, anything she brings up, you guys gonna pay for it? Grift bees. I'm sorry, it's embarrassing. And like I said, people could go back and say, well, Kaya, you know, you asked, I said, if you would like to help for my grandmother, you do not have to. If you have the money, that's okay. Don't feel ever pressured by anything. This is like I said, Sulla was literally setting up the plot, asking her to go in Texas Roadhouse and see if there was music. How do you know somebody's going to donate to Texas Roadhouse? And how do you know if you're going to get more sponsorships, quote unquote? I think it's distasteful. I think it's like making it almost like you're not going to get food unless you get the sponsorship in a way. I think that you are feeding somebody's addiction. Oh, any bites can be dangerous. I told you guys I have a dog bite on my leg when I was like, what, like 11, 12 or some shit. I don't even remember how old I was. My mother reached immediately. I mean, it was a bad bite, don't get me wrong, but immediately took me to the hospital. Remember picture day I told you guys? Yeah. Remember family pictures and... But, anyways, I think it's distasteful. And again, I know people are going to say, oh, you asked for your grandma. I was taking my grandma regardless. I don't have memberships. I don't ask my chat for this, that, and the other. She's did numerous scams, electric, postcard, you know, will you get me this? Kind of hinted around back in the day about, you know, the Lockma Ferry and people sending things. It's always been some kind of something, in my opinion. You know, remember Pete's computer money? We did a stream. Remember, what was it, the Annie lady that got all these donations and was supposed to get them for her birthday or something? And wasn't it the next day she got axed as a mod? Again, I don't believe that the money that she was supposed to donate, that the Annie lady said to just send to the, was it the Cancer Foundation? I don't believe, I think her and Natter came up with something, in my opinion. I don't know. And who only knows what we don't know of that, you know, look at the OnlyFans when just people would join like as live streams and like another thing, and she would cut it off and turn it on, and I'm quitting and I'm starting and I'm quitting and I'm starting. I think that's foul. What was it, you guys? Was it join my Twitch? What was it? Was it Patreon? Remember when she got the boot from YouTube and she was jumping all these and wanting people to buy this, that, and the other? So I just think there's always been a ploy for money. She said this. People, you know, we've noticed this again. If you've been around forever, you know, she said, you know, people come and go, and more would join. I truly don't think that. Look at BB. Food has been her go-to. In my opinion, her and BB's relationship got ruined over food and money. Do you think she gives a shit about you if she was with somebody, would she say 8 years? I think it boils down to her addiction, and if you stand in the way for that, if you don't comply and are some kind of a pawn to her in her play, whether it be money, whether it be attention, both, whether you're a yes man, then again, food is pretty much, I think that's, you know, we sat and watched her eat her family's Christmas gifts. She was making bank. It's like she just takes. Did she rebuy the gifts? Didn't seem like it. You know, so I just think that, you know, you have those people that, you know, they'll suck the life out of you, money-wise, mentally, you know, and I think that's just her. I do. You would see her taking her grandmother to the to the grocery store, and back when she really wasn't making money off YouTube, and then once, you know, she started making money in YouTube, it was like we never heard of taking grandma to the store. And yeah, Lambo never got her coffee. You know, you know, look back when I was doing good, you know, the giveaways, and I'm not saying that to brag and boast. I'm saying that it was generosity towards you guys. You know, that's what she doesn't understand. You know, people do come and go, but you know, when you've bugged out on so many people and got caught up, you know, she look at the videos. I think it was, I forget which one it was before I got on here. I was doing some numbers, and the numbers are probably different now because it was way earlier, but one video had 3,800 views. One video of hers had 3,800 views. Now, this is a channel with over 100,000, and we're saying that lightly. We watched how that played out, too. All right, you guys. Well, we have pretty much covered it. I think definitely something's brewing. And I don't know, man. I really got a feeling that, you know, in my opinion, I think some of us know why Saul is there. And if the juice ain't squeezing, it ain't worth it, if you catch my drift. You know, her jam is food. So if these people are paying her, and the juice ain't worth the squeeze, video money-wise, and these videos aren't doing good, he's not going to, you know, be happy. And look at this. Let's say this before we go. I thought we wanted her to get healthy. So it wasn't about health with him, in my opinion. It was about the money. It was about the money for the food. It was about the money for the food. Why now all of a sudden he's not on her bumper? Because the people are paying for the food. But why is he on her bumper about the music on the live streams? Come on, people. I'm not talking about you guys. I know there's some antenna around. Welcome, Francis. Come on, people. Wake up. Why, VIEs, if he was worried about her eating certain things and too much of it, why all of a sudden now that you guys are paying for it, that it's okay? All right, you guys, I'm starting to lose my voice. Man, I'm telling you, I don't think she understands that she's diabetic. It's a wild animal that's not been vaccinated, in my opinion. And again, this is only my opinion. Hell, she's mentioned she doesn't, wash her hands. And see, that's another thing spooky. It's like, let's be real here. If you truly cared about somebody, even on the internet, the chick could barely breathe in the car. Can you imagine exactly, Angela? Yeah, nothing like everybody up for a rabies arc. Everybody, rabies. I'm sorry. And people are probably going to laugh at me about this, but I consider you guys my internet friends. So even as an internet friend, if you got a channel, and I know that, per se, let's just say, holic, per se. And every other day they're coming on here and saying, well, I want to quit drinking today, guys. I want to quit drinking today, guys. I want to quit. Hey, man, here's money for a beer. Here's money for a margarita. Have at it. Get a strawberry extra large one for me. You know what? Somebody asked me, Spooky, the other day about him, and I wondered about what is going on, because he's quite the character himself. Yes, somebody asked me the other day if I knew what was going on, and I don't. But what is shaking? Is he still getting it in? He was becoming a grifter too, as we was covering him. He was remember the cat food and the so forth? Yeah, he was becoming another one that was like making me mad, because it was making like he could buy this alcohol, but then when it came to cat food, oh guys, I don't know how I'm gonna feed my cats. Oh goodness, I'll have to take a gander. Worse than ever, yikes, that's terrible. I was rooting for S-Jam, but once he started, drinking and driving and tearing people's shit up and putting people in danger, I was like, no, player. Yeah, it's like, nah, man. It's a difference if you stay home, and, I'm guilty of it, I'm not gonna lie. I made a fool of myself on here in the summertime and acted an ass, but, I wasn't driving, I wasn't, no. Mm-mm. Wow. That's sad. That's sad, Spooky. That's horrible, man. Because the last time that we covered it, if you recall, he had gotten to an accident and then was like, it was the cat food and then it was an accident. We're talking about S-Jam, if anybody's confused. And then he was like, it was a junker truck anyways. And remember, I was like, dude, what if it was paid off? What if it was a family heirloom? What if, they were on a budget? And, yeah, I don't, Like I said, I made a fool out of myself coming on here and letting off some steam in the summer. I wasn't driving, but, it's different, you know, when you want to act a fool at home and you're not driving and, you know, but when you're relying on people, you know, for your habit and to feed your pets and, you know, driving, nope. Nope. Can't do it. Can't do it. All right, you guys, it is late as shit. I'm going to wipe this off. I completely lost track of time. I apologize to you guys and the replay. I know we really got a late start tonight, but I thought, hey, there's a lot to cover, and I could not miss Cat Scratch Fever for the world. And then with Sala acting a fool and really showing his true colors about the money. You know, I was like, I can't miss this. Let's get recapped, get caught up, and then we could, I think it's going to be an interesting week. I really do. I could be wrong, but I think it's going to be interesting. I do want to try and get to Leticia within tomorrow or the next day. And, you know, hell, by the time I probably do that, if she's unbanned or her little, I don't know how long, but it'll probably be, you know, a million things I've missed in the meantime. But if you get bored, Love Notes for TLC is back. There's tons of clip channels. There's tons of recap channels. It's hard to follow. But if you get bored and just, you know, doing the dishes or, you know, I got a shower speaker, you know, and you really want something other than Foodie, it's now, I will say this. Leticia is very dark. It's a different kind of it's very dark. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's just fucking crazy. That's all I can say. So if certain topics, go check out my other Leticia videos. Again, I'm gonna warn you, but go check them out and it'll make sense. You know, it'll kind of put her in a nutshell. And because even just this past, since she's been out of jail, it hasn't even been a month. It's like a whole new season. I mean, she done got a dude, and then dude's mom cussed her out, and now she's back to her mom's. It's a lot. The cops been showing up. Mom's got kicked out of her own spot the other night. Leticia got to stay. Leticia was the one acting a fool. It is just yikes. Yeah, she says some pretty, well, there's no even way to, she says some fucking horrible, fucked up things. I don't know. But like I said, there's recap, there's clip channels, check them out. It'll really, because it took me a minute. Does anybody know how this Robert dude came into play? Were they pen pals from jail? How did this is one part of the puzzle I can't figure out. Does anybody know that? How did this Robert dude come into play? Did she meet him when she got out? Were they right and white? Robert is a guy, Boza, that Love Notes Leticia was dating the other week, and shit went to hell in a handbasket. Yeah, I genuinely... Okay, Laura thinks somebody on Tinder. That makes sense, because I seen a comment. I don't know if they were being serious, but they said Robert's back on Tinder, so that makes sense. Okay. Boy, oh boy. Did Robert, and that gypsy body cam video of the last time she went to jail, it's one hell of a ride. Oh my God, Angela, this man's mom let her have it, and it was spectacular. But again, she turned it around to her being the victim, and, oh, Robert, I'm so sorry. And y'all will be here till the sun comes up. Maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow. All right, y'all, we got a really neat thing coming up that's going to be a cool summer item. I'm not going to spoil it for you. Stay tuned. It's a really cool interaction. something for cooking. Welcome, Happy. Something for cooking. It's going to be pretty cool. I've never had one, so hint, hint. It's not a grill. It's not a smoker. I've got well, I don't have a grill anymore. I scrapped that. It was, when I moved, it was too, it was going and too, you know, when you use them for so long, they get like all fucked up on the bottom and like rust out. So anyways, hint, hint, it's something cool. It's going to be interesting. We're going to review it, and it'll be neat. So nope, not an air fryer. It is an outdoor item. It could be not this model, but it's an indoor. Listen to me, I'm getting tired. It's an outdoor item, and I'll give you guys a hint. How can I give you a hint without giving it away? It comes with a stick, and you pull things out of it. It's something that from the Italian culture per se. So, all right, you guys, I love you guys. I will see you in the next couple days. Tomorrow, the next, it sounds like other things. Listen to Boza. Yes, it is a pizza oven. I do want to go roller skating, but right now my back is screwed up at my back and my neck is kind of messed up, so yes, it's a pizza oven. That is exactly what it is. It is an outdoor pizza oven. So we're going to review that. That'll be a cool item this summer. And yeah. So I love you guys. Have a great day. Have a great night, depending where you guys are. Have an awesome day if your day's getting started. If your night's not getting started, have a great rest. And I will see you guys tomorrow, the next day. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me. Always a good time. And let's watch the grift arc mixed with the cat bite arc. What in hell? Like, you cannot predict this stuff. We've got grifting with the cat bite arc. Who had, somebody probably had grifting on their bingo, but who had a cat bite and a grifting together? One hell of an adventure. So, all right, y'all. You see, I'm like, yeah. Rabies. Ready, set, rabies. All right, you guys. Sorry, I keep looking. This daggone new button confuses me. I love you guys. Sleep well or start your day great. Hope you have a great day, and I hope you get some rest if it's nighttime. I love you guys. Have a great day, great night. Kaya's out. Bye, guys.